You're a 40-something-year-old woman and, well, you visit your doctor for a checkup. Maybe it's because you feel awful, or maybe it's just to be sure nothing awful is brewing. Your doctor asks a few questions, gives you a once-over, takes your blood pressure, and then orders blood work. Exactly what gets tested will vary, but odds are they'll check who is who in your blood, do a lipid profile, take a squiz at your sugar levels. That is, they'll do the basics. You dutifully donate the vial of blood, then wait the response. Hopefully, everything comes back in the normal range. But what if it doesn't? Maybe your cholesterol level is a little high, or you appear to have inflammation. The marker for this is C-reactive protein. The numbers are problematic. Your heart sinks. Should you panic? Well, before you get your knickers in a knot, what time of the month was it when you had the blood test done? Odds are no one asked. But the answer to this question matters. Researchers from the Eunice Kennedy Shriver National Institute of Child Health and Human Development have found the hormone roller coaster you ride every month impacts other aspects of your biochemistry. Join us for this episode of Better Body Chemistry TV as we find out how this variability in your numbers is enough to lead to a misclassification of your health risk profile. Better Body Chemistry TV is brought to you by Dr. Sandy, a scientist turned gremlin buster, helping you battle sugar gremlins, heifer lumps, and other health horribles through better body chemistry. Remember, small things can make a big difference to your health. Estrogen is the queen bee when it comes to the menstrual cycle. She flits around, usually on a monthly schedule, but she does have to coordinate her presence with the big mama hormone, progesterone. Together, these two powerful lady hormones do what it takes to be pregnant, and this includes dialing up the level of insulin resistance and increasing the levels of cholesterol upward. The monthly roller coaster ride starts off slow. At the start of the ride, estrogen levels are low. At this point, an egg princess awakens, and estrogen chaperones the egg princess on her journey to destiny. Estrogen levels rise, and the chariot loops the loop. The princess unbuckles the straps that hold her, and she escapes the ovary. Ovulation happens on day 14. Progesterone, the big mama hormone, witnesses her escape, and a flurry of activity ensues. We're going to have a baby. More often than not, the ride turns out not to be a jackpot ride. Estrogen returns to base. Shortly after this, progesterone follows. Both estrogen and progesterone levels fall precipitously. Since there is no baby, there is no need for all the body's resources to be directed to building a baby. You can see this by looking at how cholesterol levels fluctuate across the menstrual cycle. Cholesterol is the black line and estrogen is the pink line. When a baby is a possibility, cholesterol levels are high. When that ship has sailed, the levels drop. Now, the drop in hormone levels also gives the uterus an opportunity to spring clean. And this is when menses happens. Of course, cleaning is hard work and messy. So the levels of inflammation rise around the time of menses. And then it all begins again. Estrogen picks up the next egg, ready for the ride of her life. Your blood work will vary across the menstrual cycle. Blame estrogen. Depending on when the blood is drawn, cholesterol levels will vary. Granted, the differences are not enormous, but they are big enough to influence your doctor's thinking, especially since it is unlikely the timing of the blood draw is being factored into the decision-making process. So, when should you have blood tests? Well, there isn't an ideal moment. Every one of the biomarkers is fluctuating. What is high or low is highly dependent on where you are in the cycle. What you need to aim for is consistency. In an ideal world, you want to get your blood work done at a specific time of the month. Now, it can be a little tricky to work out exactly where you are in the cycle, especially if you're not as regular as clockwork. Ask anyone trying to get pregnant. That said, menses is obvious. So if you're going to have blood work done, doing it when you get your periods will ensure consistency. And as an added bonus, if cholesterol is the number you're focusing on, this will be the time it's at its lowest. The other thing to remember about blood work is always get a copy of the results and keep it in a file. Knowing what is normal for you and watching trends in your numbers is really helpful when you are working on creating better body chemistry to optimize your health. Interested in discovering more ways to create better body chemistry? Visit our website at www.betterbodychemistry.com. Browse our library or enroll in one of our courses or programs. The advice is simple to follow and based on real science, not hype. Share this video with your lady friends who are premenopausal. Every woman needs to know her menstrual cycle impacts her numbers. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to our channel so you catch future episodes of Better Body Chemistry TV. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Remember, small things can make a big difference to your health.